Hi guys, Tarantula90 here again, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you some car boot pickups that I've had over the last week or so. I've been going to the car boots regularly. They've been on every Wednesday, like every alternative Wednesday, as well as a Sunday, so that's been pretty cool. Picked up a few things. Some things I'm keeping, some things I'm going to get rid of. Just as trade fodder for CEX, really. So without further ado, let's see what I picked up. Nice. So I'm going to start with a couple of cushions that I picked up. They're £1 the first time I walked around the boot sale, and then they went down to like 50p or so. So I was happy to pay for that because they're smaller cushions than usual. So I picked up a Captain America one. Again, 50p, really nice, just something to go on my sofa to jazz it up a bit. And then I've got a bit more of a graphic one, showcasing a lot, and yeah, I was really impressed with it. Definitely, you can see with the favourites. I'm pretty sure this is the comic book version of Black Panther, I believe. So while we're on the subject about Black Panther, unfortunately, thoughts and prayers go out to Chadwick Boseman's family and friends. Another 2020 tragedy that's befallen. What a year! But 20 hopefully. In a few years' time, we'll look back on 2020 and just be like, we won't talk about that. So on to my other pickups. We've got some other things. So I bought some DVDs at the stall. They wanted 20p a movie and 50p for a box set. So I picked up Doctor Who Series 6. I do already have this, but for 50p, it's just worth picking up. You get £2 for it in CEX. It's not, a huge amount, but, I get 3 times my money back for it. So, and being CEX, I'm always going to find something with £2 value. So, or, some other movies that I may have not seen that I want to see. So it's definitely worth picking up. Then I just picked up 3 movies from the wanted just £1 for the movies and the Doctor Who box set. So I picked up Jurassic World. I've already seen this and I've already owned it, but I got rid of it back when it was still worth trading into CEX. But I picked up Fallen Kingdom just so I could, see what it was like. And yeah, it was alright. And just being, I like Jurassic Park in general, so for 20p, I'm happy to get it back and just have it. Then I picked up Constantine. I know that this has got not very great reviews. I don't think I've ever seen it all the way through, and if I have, it was so long ago. But I think, after seeing like Constantine on like DC Legends of Tomorrow, I've just been really curious about this. And obviously with Keanu Reeves playing Constantine, you can't say no to, watching him in action. And then the last one I got was The Last Samurai. Now, I've never seen this before. I don't know why it was like something that just came up recently. Like a lot of times, when I want to pick up things, especially if they're older, like there's some reason they come up. Whether it's like you see it in an advert or you see it in a different video. But no, I'm really looking forward to watching this. It's definitely something that I'm into. I'm into like the samurai kind of stuff. So that's it for the DVD side. Now on to games and stuff like that. So the first thing I'm going to show is I picked up the Oblivion Elder Scrolls Collector's Edition for the Xbox 360. I bought it. It only cost me £2 for this. I was going to trade it into CEX. They do give £7 for it, but I decided because I'm going to be buying it anyway at some point. Once I get around to it after I played Morrowind, it's just kind of like, eventually, I'm going to pick it up. So if I'm going to get the collector's edition for, £2, and it already has, the discs, and you've got like the map in here, and then you've got the manual and the other book as well in there. So, it's for £2. You just can't say no to it. So I'm definitely happy I picked it up. It's definitely staying in my collection. I was really impressed with that, actually. Next I'm going to move on to the stuff that I'm trading in. It's just stuff that, it's probably the best I've done when it comes to going around car boots for Kex fodder, CX fodder. Like there was a time before I picked up like a GTA 5 on Xbox One and some couple of box sets that I traded in for that was good, but like realistically, I only tend to go for things that I can try and buy cheap, but just make a lot of profit off of, which a lot of people do anyway. But these, I wouldn't say I made the best profit on them, but in the same time, I still made profit. So the first game is Skyrim on the PS4 Special Edition. I bought this for £5. CX give 10 at the moment, so I've doubled my money for that. So I'm definitely happy. The disc's in great shape. So yeah, an easy one to get rid of. Far Cry Primal. Technically, the same with this could be the same for Oblivion. Like, obviously, I'm going to be playing this at some point, but I'm planning on getting it on the Xbox One, just because I'm kind of a traditionalist. Like, so for me, Far Cry obviously started on the Xbox, so for me, that's kind of where it's going to go. So every Far Cry game I'm going to buy on the Xbox without fail. So I'm just going to trade this in. I've got the woman wanted £5. I managed to get it down to £4. And they give 6 for it, so again, not the best amount of store credit, but still made a couple of quid on it. Then I got from the same store, I got Skyrim. I also got Lego The Force Awakens. Again, it's cost me £5. They give 8 for it, I think, in CEX, so I'm going to be trading in for that. As you can see, the inlay isn't very good condition. I hope that doesn't affect me trading it in. Otherwise, that's a fiver down the toilet. But again, they're all in great shape. The PS4 games, so it's definitely going to be worth it. I've got an Xbox 360 version of it as well that I'm going to trade in. And now they've kind of properly announced the Skywalker Saga. They're giving more information on it, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Plus, through the 360 copy and the PS4 version, I'm just going to get rid of. Just sort of gone. And then the next game I picked up, this was actually sealed at the boot sale, and because the guy had like 2 sealed games, 360 games, and he had them both on there, and he wanted £5 each. One of them wasn't worth £5, like you only get £3 store credit in CEX for it, so buying it for £5 is just pointless. And the other one was sealed was Lego Avengers. Now again, like I've played this before and completed it, but I can honestly say I don't like it as much as Lego Marvel Superheroes, the first one. I've played Lego Marvel Superheroes 3 times now, and the last 2 times I've played it, once on 360, once on PS4. I got 100% on it. I got all the red bricks, all the characters, all the gold bricks, done everything you can possibly do, bought the vehicles, blah blah. But for this game doesn't really make me feel like I want to do that stuff, like get 100%. Like when I play a game, like most gamers will try and get 100% on every game they play. But for me, like, unless it feels like it's worth it, like, then there's just no point to me. Like, it feels like, unless there's, like, an easy way to do it. Like, with a lot of the Lego games, it kind of goes like, you could go back and do these things. But unless it's, like, a really easy way to do it, then to me, there's just no point of actually trying to do it. That's kind of a dividable opinion, but, like, for me, it's just kind of like, if it's something that you can easily go back and do. So like with Lego Marvel Superheroes, you can do everything quite fast and all that kind of thing. But when it comes to stuff like the Lego Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, when I played it, it just feels like it's just really, really slow. And I'm not really a big fan of that. So, but I mean, they give £9 for this in CEX right now. So, and obviously it's new. So I broke the seal, so it's immaculate condition. So that's it for the trade. I think that's like. I think all in I was 5, 10, 14, 19, 21, I think, in on it, I think. And I'm going to get back, 10, 16, 24, 33, 36, 38 at the moment. So it was pretty good. Again, I wish I kind of spent less on them, but again, like some people just want the right prices for them, which again you can respect that, especially with like parents who are buying the kids that and then they don't want them, so they're going to want to get rid of them. to bring back some of that money. So moving on to what I picked up this past Wednesday. It was nice that I managed to find a guy who was selling PS1 games. It was just like on this random stall, and it was just like they're all individually priced, but they're pretty good. They're really good prices, for what they were. So the first game I picked up was A Bug's Life for the PS1. I'm trying to get hold of this for a while now. On average, people keep trying to get rid of it for like £10, which is it worth £10? I don't know. But the most I was kind of hoping to pay for it was £5. I paid £4 for it. It's nice and complete with manual. The disc's in good shape. The case is in good shape. Just got the usual kind of surface marks all over the case. But no, it's really good. I'm kind of looking forward to playing this. If I remember rightly, the level when you're on the dandelion is like a frustrating level. So hopefully, I can master that because I do kind of remember it. But so really looking forward to playing that. I got Call of Duty Black Ops, the first one. I've played this multiple times, but I didn't have a copy with manual in my collection, so I got rid of it a while back. And I found it at the boot sale. There was like a dealerish guy kind of selling 360 games for £3 each. So I picked this up. It's still about £8 in kex to buy. It's all nice and complete. The disc's all right. I'm sure it's going to work. I need to test it because there's a couple of bits that feel a bit like scratched, that feel a bit deeper. So I want to check it just to make sure. And the last game is, without a doubt, the most frustrating thing I've ever done in my life. So for the people who know me very well, they know that I am very good at retaining information. Like my brain, I've retained so many numbers, so many different things. I don't claim to have a photographic memory. I don't claim to be, a very, like a genius or anything like that. But my level of retainment with information and numbers and stuff like that is I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but I impress myself, to be honest. But when I bought this game and not realizing that I already had it was just crazy. I mean, I didn't find out until after I was on my way home from the boot sale. I found it was £4, which was really cheap considering on average it goes for about 10 plus. And then I found I had to find a manual online because it didn't have the manual, and the case was a bit broken, so it was a bit cracks in it. So I was in and ahhing about it. I made an offer to a guy on eBay for the manual, and he accepted. So I did that, and then it was so I went back and bought it, and then it was. Yeah, it wasn't until I got home, or on the way home, did I realise that I already owned the game, and my mind was just. I mean, it's just like, I don't know if it's because of how tired I was that day, or if it was just, I don't know what it was, but it was just absolutely crazy. And it was Fighting Force on the PS1. As you can see, I paid £4 for it. Again, it's a pretty good price for what it is, considering the first one's definitely harder to get hold of than the second one is. As you can see, obviously it's got some cracks. It's got one, if you can see it, like right down here, which is quite deep, and then up here as well. And then the disc is in, it's seen better days. It looks like someone may have frisbeed it, and it kind of went on the floor a little bit. So I'm gonna have to take it to Pete at Retro Games HQ and get it cleaned up. He's got a £1,600 disc cleaning thing, which is so impressive. I took him a copy of GTA 3 that I had that was just really, really scratched, as you can imagine, and he took it and it almost looked brand new. I say almost because it had the GTA 3 copy had some deep scratches around near the centre of the disc, and that still prevented it from being played, but the job it did was amazing. I've done lots of other games where he's cleaned them up for me to make it look good for my collection, and it's definitely worth doing it if you haven't. So go check him out on Instagram and Facebook. Retro Games HQ on Instagram. Just go type in Retro Games HQ on Facebook, and you'll see him. He always messages back. He'll never leave you hanging. So go check him out. But yeah, just the fact that I forgot that I own this was crazy, and it's just like, I have a list of games that I go after. That I'm always going for. I know off the top of my head all the games that I own. So it was just crazy that I forgot that I own this. It's something that it's like, how on planet Earth do you do this to yourself? You spent the best part of how much you spent on it on my own copy, which obviously is in much better condition. It came with a manual already for that. And it was just crazy. But, I'm definitely not going to make that mistake again. If I second guess myself, I'm just going to leave the game unless I'm 100% sure that I don't own the game. But, I turned a negative into a positive. I'm going to give this to someone as a present. Don't know who and I don't know when, but definitely going to do that at some point. So that's it for the games that I've picked up and the stuff that I've picked up over the boot sales. I really do recommend you go to car boot sales. If you don't, or if you've been kind of thinking you will, they're really great. You don't know what you're going to pick up. The amount of times I've been surprised at stuff like, even stuff for home, like, even stuff like that isn't game. If you're not a gamer, or you're a gamer but you want other things you look for, it's like some of the prints that I've got, are all from mostly from the boot sale, and I paid like £20 all in for like all of them, and like there's stuff like even just random home stuff, that I've just picked up that's really really cheap and really really good quality. So you never know until you go to a boot sale. But there's a couple of things that I will say. So the first thing is that one thing I've noticed in the car boot videos that I've watched, first of all, I really do appreciate the people who film the car boots, and they go around and they show you what they got, and show you just what it's really like, at a boot sale. So kind of think, if you think about going, think about all the stuff that you could buy, you can definitely get it. But there are some people that are just like really rude. Like, there's a couple of people I watch, they use manners, it's like, how much you games, please? Or would you take this amount, please? Or, do you have any of this, please? And you see some people, and it's just like, they introduce you on to the video, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going on a car boot, hope you enjoy it. And then it's like, you see them, and they're like, how much is this? How much is that? And it's just like, what? You're miserable? You're there to buy stuff. You're not there against your own will. It's like, why would you go and just be like, how much is that? Yeah, how much is that? And it's like, you see people, they do say thank you, but it's just like, you can at least say please. You can at least just, be happy that you're there. Or, just stop moaning about the fact, oh, you didn't get it for that much, or you spent a lot on it, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Use manners. That's how you manage to haggle with people. You have a laugh with them as well. I've seen that so many times. Even I've done it a couple of times. It's just something that you can do it. It's easy. And the other thing is, the second thing is that as much as I want to, I don't and can't bring myself to film at a car boot. I know people really enjoy watching it. Like I said, I really do. So, I mean, it does sound a bit hypocritical of me. But I work in education, and it's just like, we need permission to film children or to take pictures of them. Parents give permission if we can put them on like the school websites and stuff like that. But when you look at like the car boot videos that I've seen, a lot of children end up on being filmed, and I just don't think it's right, because you go around with GoPros on, and you go around and you film people, but if you look at the amount of children that end up on the videos, and it's just like, you have to me it's kind of wrong, because children shouldn't be videoed unless you're related to them or you have permission. And obviously when you go to a boot sale, they're all complete strangers, and obviously you can't go to every single stall and go, oh, can I film, can I do this, can I do that? And obviously again, it sounds hypocritical of me, because I appreciate the footage that all the people that I've watched have produced through car boots. But for me, I just can't do it. It's just wrong. It would be wrong of me to do so. Um, if anyone's got a problem with that, then tough. But that's just not who I am. I'm not going to film loads of children unless I've got permission to do so. And then it's a controlled environment that suits everybody, because it's just not okay, in my opinion. It's something that needs to be done for the right reasons, just to keep everyone safe and secure, and that's what it's all about. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I'm going to do more car boot pickups as they come, but like I said, I'm not going to do any filming. I apologise if that upsets anyone, but I just can't do it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really think there's anything else left for me to say. So I really appreciate you watching, guys. Until next time, thank you for watching and subscribing, and take care of yourselves.